Hey guys, Jojo here from Big Shark Gaming, and today I wanted to share with you a little bit of a Pokemon Showdown we did with an Instagram follower the other day. His name is Iguanabewithyou, as you see on screen. It was a quick 2 out of 3 battles that we did on the randoms, and it was pretty fun. As you see here, I started off with Swalot, and he started off with Mesprit. My team is Swalot, Watchog, Latios, King Clang, Chandelure, and Rhyperior. He switches out to Escadrille here, so I figure I'll switch into Rhyperior. Rhyperior has weakness policy, so I was hoping that I would trigger that, but it just doesn't really go well for me. As you see, weakness policy goes off there. I get my stat boost. Luckily, it was just Iron Head and not Earthquake. So I try for Earthquake here, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to use another Iron Head. I'm going to flinch, which is unfortunate because I'm not going to be able to take out this Escadrille now. I say fuck it, and I just let Rhyperior die. Escadrille finishes him off for another Iron Head, and now I'm in a little bit of a tight spot. So this was actually a pre-recorded video that we did a few days ago. As you see, I'm just like not too sure what I want to do here. I could go into Chandelure, or I could go back into Swalot, which I fear Earthquake. I could go into Latios, but Latios doesn't really have anything to help me. So I go into Chandelure, looking for a super effective Fire Blast, hoping that I'm faster than him. I believe I'm Choice Spect, not Scarfed, so that's a good thing. But yeah, this was a pre-recorded battle. We weren't able to do the commentary today of just a little bit busy and just it was a little bit too loud on that particular day. So he switches out into Smeargle, who walks right into a Fire Blast, and that's a one-hit KO. That's unfortunate for him because he's not going to be able to get out his Sticky Web, his Spore, whatever else Smeargle has. Usually it's Stealth Rocks and a form of the Spikes. Yeah, as you see, I'm Scarf there, so that's nice. Scarf, I feel, is better than Specs on Chandelure. He already has such high special attack, and the only thing he's really lacking is speed and some defenses. I don't know why he goes into Vespiquen here. I thought maybe he was going to deke a Fire Blast and switch into something like Heatran, but that is not the case. Vespiquen is Bug and Flying, it's going to be super effective. And if Fire Blast hits, which there's a real chance it won't, as you see, Vespiquen has Unnerve. That's an interesting ability, but Vespiquen is just going to get roasted here, get burned, so that's fortunate for me. Infestation hits, not too much damage, was going to try to end the battle. And the burn finishes off Vespiquen. Actually surprising that Vespiquen could actually take a Fire Blast from Chandelure. Granted, these are not really EV trained Pokemon. I believe they have 85 EVs in each of their stats. He switches out into Spiritomb. I'm still locked into Fire Blast, so that's what Choice Scarf does. It gives you the 1.5 times speed in exchange for locking yourself into one attack. So I say I'm going to switch into Watchog here, predicting a Ghost move, predicting maybe like Shadow Ball, Shadow Sneak, or whatever. Even I wasn't thinking at the time, but I thought maybe like a Will-O-Wisp could have happened, but obviously Chandelure is not affected by Will-O-Wisp. And he gets me with Pursuit, which is not nice because it's going to damage Chandelure. I go for a Swords Dance here. I was hoping that I would actually be able to get him to switch out here and hope that he had no attacks to go with Spiritomb besides Pursuit. This way I could have ran Return on something, but he's taking a little bit of time to think in this one. So yeah, so E3 is over now, and it was pretty lackluster, to be honest. We didn't really see much new stuff. A lot of stuff is coming out next year, and we knew that last year, as Jay is beginning to make his way down the stairs. So hello, Jay.
Hello, Jay.
Iguana still taking his time here with that Spirit of the Tomb, and Watchog just sitting here waiting the Swords Dance.
Doing more recordings?
Just recording the commentary for the last battle that we did. So yeah. Don't mind this little idle chit chat. He switches into Walrein, which is nice because I'm gonna hit the Swords Dance here. And now I didn't want to use the bat and pass right away, but I really didn't have much to go against Walrein. So I'm going to bat and pass here into Kling Klang and hope that he doesn't have Scald and hope that he doesn't burn me. He does have Toxic, which is nice because I'm immune to it. And now I don't have Shift Gear. I really wanted to go into Shift Gear and just get another attack boost and a speed boost in it, because a speed boost would have been really nice. But I didn't have Shift Gear for some reason. But Gear Grind is still going to be enough against Walrein. Not so much against anything else, but he switches here into Mesprit, and Gear Grind is going to hit 34 and another 35. So 69 total, which is a nice amount of damage. Mesprit's kind of in a sticky situation now. Not going to be able to one KO King Klang with no matter what it does. King Klang is such a better name than Clink Clang, I feel. But I guess it just goes along with the name. Clink Clang is such a weird looking Pokemon, but it's pretty good. It's another one of those like obviously floating Pokemon that don't have Levitate.
Mm-hmm. In all honesty, I don't like the progression of Kling to Clang to Kling Clang, like, overall.
I think they try to do the whole Abracadabra and Alakazam thing with the names again.
Well,
but
besides that, like, their designs...
I like Kling Klang's design. I think it's pretty cool.
I like the final result. Like, the process of getting there is...
I just see I get the second crit, and that's actually going to be a 1 KO on Spiritomb. And now all he has left is Walrein, who's going to get hit super effective by either Wild Charge or Gear Grind. But he goes into Escadrille, and I don't really have much to do against Escadrille here. I'm going to go with Gear Grind again, hoping just to get like a crit out of it. See, I have Clear Body and Leftovers. As I said, no Levitate on here, so Stab Drill Run or Stab Earthquake is going to be dreadful. I do have the times to attack. This is where I really wish that I had Gear Grind. I mean, I Shift Gears, but I didn't. And even despite the resistance, I still managed to take off 52%, and Earthquake did not kill me. So that was a nice little thing. Gear Grind again, just getting lucky on the accuracy, 85%, so I haven't missed yet. But this should be enough to take out this Escadrille at this point. I think he knows it. So at this point, he's starting to see the end of the battle, even though he started off pretty well, getting Rhyperior quickly. At this point, it's still 5-2, and Kling Klang has 25%. So it's really 4 1/4 against 1.5 at this point. Escadrille is still very dangerous. I'm a really big fan of Escadrille as a Pokemon. Switches out to Walrein here. Gets hit with another Gear Grind. Going to be 64% of his total. So now he's down to about 1 total Pokemon. Gonna go for just keep it going, just more of the same. Then I switch into Return. I expected I don't even remember what I expected, but I just wasn't trusting the accuracy at this point. And he hits me with Protect. He's gonna get lucky here with a series of Protects, which is fine because I'm gonna get my leftovers. He's gonna get his leftovers. I don't know why I didn't go back to Shift Gear here. I mean, Gear Grind. I always get those two confused. I should have just kept going with Gear Grind. His battle would have been over a lot sooner. But he's gonna go Protect again. It doesn't make sense why he was Protect stalling here, because even if I did go with Gear Grind, it's gonna hit him for 64%. He's not gonna have enough to withstand it. I don't know why I keep going with Return. I guess I'm just scared of the 85% accuracy, which is something that I really shouldn't be. Just take a chance here. I'm up pretty big. So I just didn't really have much of an answer for Walrein outside of Kling Klang. Latios didn't have anything besides Draco Meteor on it. Watchog only had Return as a physical attack. Chandelure didn't have Energy Ball on it. And Swallow, I don't even remember what the set on Swallow was. I think it was a Yawn set.
You could have used Fire Move on Escadrille.
Escadrille is not the problem, it's Walrein.
Oh.
Yeah, Walrein, thick fat plus water typing. It's
not bothered too much by a fire
yeah, it's
move.
not going to be bothered too much by a fire move, and it's just going to either Ice Beam me or Scald me. Sorry, my computer is actually deciding it wanted to dim a little bit, so don't mind that. I'm actually re-recording the original video right now, so as you see, Return didn't do nearly as much as I thought it would. Should just went with fucking Gear Grind, but he's gonna go back to using Protect here, and I think he gets it twice again. He gets lucky and hits 4 out of 4 protects. I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna know he's gonna use Protect here, so I'm gonna go with sub. I have enough HP, and I don't think he's going to have anything to break my sub at this point, so I predicted right. He uses Protect again. He gets lucky with the Protect, which is good, because had he missed, he would have been able to use it again, and I would have had nothing to go on. At this point, I was just like, alright, now he can't use Protect. He's forced into something else. At least for a turn. I go back to Gear Grind, and I get the kill here. Should have just done that a long time ago. A little bit of a rookie move on my behalf, even though like I'm pretty skilled at Pokemon, I would say. And finally, he's down to his last Pokemon, which is Escadrille. I have a sub out. I don't really have anything that could really damage this Escadrille besides Gear Grind. And last time I did that, it did a nice little chunk of Escadrille's health. So I gotta just hope here that it doesn't miss. And claim battle number 1. So Gear Grind doesn't miss, and it's going to hit the critical just to add insult to injury, and I'm going to win 5-0 in Battle 1 with pretty much a Clink Clang sweep. Sorry, I'm going to send the rematch to him. I'm still a little bit sleepy. So that was a good battle, first one for me. I ended up winning 5-0 with a Clink Clang sweep. I got a pretty bad start here, Rotom Heat versus Starmie. But I have a pretty good moveset. I wanted to start off with Volt Switch because I believe I'm Choice Scarfed. But standard trick set, Volt Switch is going to hit for 71 damage. Even though it says 72, it did 71. They're lying to you. I see my team here is Rotom Heat, Solrock, Melodic, Tropius, Giratina O, and Beedrill. That Beedrill is actually Mega Beedrill. So I switch into Giratina O only because of the sole purpose of it having Shadow Sneak. I already knew about the Ice Beam, but I wasn't afraid of it because Shadow Sneak is going to finish off the super quick Starmie. So off the bat, Giratina O was already claimed me a +1. Between Rotom and Giratina O, and that was a nice little transition for me. Rotom Heat didn't take too much damage from the Ice Beam because it resisted, and we're off to a good start. I still like Iguanabewithyou. I like that name. I had quite a few iguanas growing up, and some big ones too. So
yeah, you did.
That was always fun.
Red gloves.
Yeah, one of them had such long claws that I just didn't want to clip too far, and had to wear gloves when I carried him. I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp here. He's gonna go for a Spiky Shield. I think that he was expecting a fully physical Giratina. So unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to get the Will-O-Wisp out, but fortunately for me, I didn't get hit by a Spiky Shield, which wouldn't have been really too much of a problem anyway. I'm going to go for the Wisp again here. That's pretty much an automatic against Chestnut. You don't want that Wood Hammer coming in. You know he's in a stall. He's going to hit me with a Leech Seed here, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, Chestnut's so bulky and so stally that it's really a good Pokemon. I like his design. I still think it looks like Bowser. And I get the burn off there. He gets the seed off, which at this point Giratina's already done what I needed to do. I'm gonna switch into Tropius. I don't know exactly why I switched into Tropius. I guess it was because the grass is gonna be resisted against everything he did. And the flying is going to be resistant against his stab fighting move, so at this point he's burned. He's going to go for another Spiky Shield, I believe, which is nice because he's going to waste his turn of Spiky. No, he switches out into Darkrai. He has a little bit of a moment, if I recall correctly, with this Darkrai. I'm going to hit him with the Toxic, and he's going to hit me with Sludge Bomb. It's unfortunate it does 44, and it hits me with Poison, so I hit him with Toxic. I figure I win that situation. My Citrus Berry is going to go off here and bring me back up to 68 thanks to the Poison. I'm going to Seed him, so now he's going to be Toxic Seeded, and that's going to be nice to go off of. Unfortunately, I didn't get my Citrus Berry back from Harvest. Yeah, but Tropius is another Pokemon that I really like. I really like its design. It's a flying Brontosaurus with bananas and Urshin. You can't complain too much about that. Grass and Flying is a little bit of a weird type as Dark Pulse hits and doesn't get me to flinch, so he's seeded and he's toxic now. It's gonna be some nice residual damage, but I didn't get my Citrus Berry, and that's gonna suck. I didn't get it again here, as you see. Still at 37%. Now he's gonna have. This is where he's gonna have that little moment where I think he just overall forgot. Hit me with Dark Void. It's not gonna do anything because I'm already poisoned. I'm gonna get some Giga Drain out of it. I'm gonna get Seed. He's gonna get hit with Toxic, and I'm gonna take some poison damage. I'm up to 46. Still didn't get my Citrus Berry back. No luck in that department, but lucked out when he used Dark Void. I guess maybe it was a misclick or he just forgot. But Darkrai's in a pretty bad way here.
Before you even talked about
Sludge Bomb brings him down to 4%. Giga Drain is gonna wipe out Darkrai, and I was hoping I was gonna get back enough, but Toxic does 12% of your health, I think, and just finished me off. So I'm gonna go right back into Rotom Heat. Were you about to say, Jay?
I was about to say, if Darkrai can learn Heal Bell. Wait, does Heal Bell work on your opponent? Or is that only Heal Pulse?
I believe it's just Heal Pulse. When he Heal Bells, any statuses in your party.
That's what I thought.
So he switches on to Alomomola, which is actually pretty bad for me. Rotom Heat, still Fire type. But Alomomola is pretty bulky here, so I did not expect my Thunderbolt to kill it.
Well, I was thinking that.
But Thunderbolt does due to 100%. No critical there, just straight up raw power from Rotom Heat. So what happened, Jay?
Because Darkrai revolves so heavily on putting you to sleep, I think that he should have a way to cure your status effects.
So here we have Lanoon. It's gonna be this Citrus Berry Belly Drum Extreme Speed. I need it off the bat. That's pretty much all Lanoons are gonna see. So I'm gonna stay in here. I'm gonna Thunderbolt him. I knew he was in the first turn Belly Drum. It's pretty much every seat you ever see, even though it's technically a banned
combination.
Yeah, it's a banned combination. You can't really use Extreme Speed Belly Drum Lanoon. Stab Extreme Speed brings you up to 120 base, and that coming off times 4 attack is pretty hefty. Lanoon doesn't have the greatest attack stat, but it's still a pretty good Pokemon. He's gonna get a Citrus Berry. He's gonna go back up to 75%. I expected that fully. Thunderbolt takes him down to 10%. Now I'm gonna switch into Giratina. Expecting the Extreme Speed.
No type Pokemon have the best move pools.
Yeah, I don't want to play Pokemon have good move pools. There's the Extreme Speed, and I'm gonna be immune to it. So now I'm just gonna hit him with Will-O-Wisp. It's a really simple thing. He's gonna hit me with Shadow Claw, which Giratina survives. I don't know how it did, but it just hung on there. I believe I had 1 or 2 HP left, so it was a pseudo Focus Slash, and I was pretty glad about that. I did not expect Shadow Claw at all, but
I put Shadow Claw on my Lanoon.
Will-O-Wisp comes out and finishes off Lanoon without me having to do much of anything. I guess it makes perfect sense to have Shadow Claw on Lanoon because it hits.
So it can hit Ghost types.
Yeah, his main thing is not being able to hit Ghost types. So Yveltal comes out here, and at this point I'm just like, wow, he got lucked out with a really great team. He's just been having some pretty bad defense. I mean, pretty bad luck here. So I'm gonna get the Shadow Sneak in, even though it's not gonna do much. But I just figured I have 1 HP left. I might as well go with Shadow Sneak and hope that he doesn't have Sucker Punch and expect the Shadow Sneak. And I'm just sitting here watching Beacon flap its wings and realizing that Yveltal's such a cool Pokemon.
I love Yveltal.
Such a cool Pokemon. Xerneas is cool too, and Zygarde's pretty cool too. Zygarde got the unfortunate end of the stick, getting Aura Break as his ability. As you see, Shadow Sneak doesn't do much, 7%, but at this point I had 0.9% of HP left. So, gonna go back into Rotom Heat. Just gonna go, Giratina was just straight clutch there. I'm just gonna go back to Volt Switch here because it's gonna be super, and I don't expect Yveltal to have anything against Rotom Heat at this point. Oblivion Wing would be nice, but I don't think he had it. I believe he went with Hurricane.
That's why it bothers me that Rotom.
Stop dimming, computer. It's gonna be weird because you're gonna see 2 cursors. I have twinsies here. It's the original cursor from the original video and the cursor from my mouse now. So sorry about that. That confuses anybody. I could remove the cursor when I record, but not that big of a deal, I don't feel. But now that I'm re-recording a video, it's a little bit. So there's the Hurricane, it's resisted, and I don't get confused, and then I'm going to hit Volt Switch, and that's going to hit him for a chunk. 72% is nice. And you're going to get confused here when the other cursor moves into Melodic. Melodic is going to be really nice in this situation. Ice Beam, it's going to be super effective, and Ice Beam also does a nice chunk against Chestnut, so even if I get through Yveltal here, I'm going to be pretty set for Chestnut, who's already burned. So he switches into Chestnut, takes that Ice Beam, and it's going to do 52%. So burns and they come out, hit him with another 12%, so it's 64 overall. Now I have a choice. I have the Ice Beam, I have Scald if I wanted to just like hit him with a little bit stab move, which is going to be resisted, but it's still going to probably be enough. But I go right back with Ice Beam. He's in a spiky shield here if I recall correctly. Nope. And Chestnut's just done. So next up is his final Pokemon, and I find myself up again 4-1, and his Yveltal's pretty beat up. And he hasn't even seen Solrock or Beedrill at this point. So we already know he has Hurricane. I wonder what set he had on Yveltal here. Oh, he has Leftovers, okay. So he's going to move with Sucker Punch. He's not going to do too much, and I'm going to Ice Beam him for the win and the win of the series 2-0. And that's all she wrote. I just wanted to say thanks to Iguanabewithyou on Instagram for coming and have this fun little battle with us. It was a little unfortunate that it went by so quickly, even though it was like a 21-minute video. But yeah, so I'll leave his link in the description below, and you guys could go check out that page, and you could also check out our pages in the links below. Thanks for watching. I'm Jojo from Big Shark Gaming.
No, it's Jay from Big Shark
I guess
Gaming.
Jay doesn't want to talk, but he said, I guess I'm Jay from Big Shark Gaming. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check us out on the links below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.